This guy looks like he's going to be one of the quintessential 13 primes.
Welcome to Autobot Arcade.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Autobot Arcade here with your home for everything Transformers. And today we're going to be taking a look at the Transformers Age of the Primes Quintus Prime. But before we take a closer look at him, don't forget to follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Autobot Arcade and Autobot Arcade Reviews. And without further ado, let's get into this review. And here he is out of the packaging. But before we take a closer look at him, who is Quintus Prime?
Quintus Prime is one of the original 13 primes in Transformers lore and is known as the creator of life among the Cybertronian race. Unlike more combat-focused primes, he embodies science and creation, using his advanced knowledge to bring forth new species, including the Quintesson, in some version of the lore. His pursuit of knowledge and experimentation ultimately led to unintended consequences, as his creations became dangerous and hostile. As one of the 13, Quintus Prime represents intellect and innovation, but also the risk of unchecked ambition and creation without control.
But now, let's take a closer look at him. And at first glance, he's looking pretty cool. Quite a unique looking Transformer, and quite a unique set of colours on him as well. You've got a lot of greens, but then it goes to a translucent sort of yellow and green as well, which is pretty cool. And there's some shiny sort of yellows on him too. But moving in for a closer look at him, and we can see that he is detailed all throughout. I love the tentacle vine sort of skirt piece that he's wearing. It's made out of a rubbery sort of material, so it does have some bend to it, but it does look really nice. And there is some light that does come through it, just to make it pop even more. We do have some paint added over the top of some of them as well, just to spread out the color and make it look a bit different. He does have some quite big forearms, which is a bit of a shame. That is some of the front of his ship mode, but it doesn't look too bad. And when you're looking at him from the front, you can't really see it. There's sculpting from head to toe. The insides of the arms, there is some gappage, but it's not too noticeable. And we do have this second set of hands as well, which are also sort of like vine tentacle arms. They look cool. They're sort of done in a grayish, almost browny bronze color. They can hold things, and there is some sculpted detail on them as well. Turning him around to the back, there is hardly any backpack on him, which does look pretty good as well. And the colors continue all throughout. Inside of the box, as usual, we get the instruction manuals. And as for other accessories, we only get the one thing, and it's actually his Ember Stone, which is his ancient artifact, which in Transformers lore apparently has the abilities to enhance, create, and accelerate living organisms, which is pretty cool. But as for the accessory itself, it is cast out of this yellowy translucent plastic, and it looks like it has some white plastic inside of it, and it does have this red marking on the front, I believe the symbol of the Quintessons. If we bring in the figure itself, then we can turn him around and open up the back, and then just plug the Ember Stone in here, and if we turn it back around, it will actually fill in the hole in the center of the chest. And then we can just get him into a nice, cool pose and have him standing here ready to face off against some enemies. For articulation, the head is quite limited, but it can sort of look left and right and up and down. The arms can go up this far, they can go all the way around, they can spin at the upper arm and bend at the elbow. There is some wrist articulation. The second set of arms can spin all the way around and out. The waist can swivel all the way around. And the skirt pieces can all be moved out of the way to make the legs come out this far, go back this far and forwards this far. spin at the knee and bend at the knee, and we get some ankle rockers and some up and down toe movement as well. For some robot mode size comparisons, here he is next to the Transformers Rise of the Beast Bumblebee, the Rise of the Beast Optimus Prime, the Gamer Edition Ratchet, the G1 Commander Class Optimus Prime, the New Age Optimus Prime, the Marvel Legends Sam Wilson Captain America, and finally the Star Wars Black Series Shaq-T. And without further ado, let's get into the transformation. And here he is in vehicle mode, and it looks okay. It's basically just he's been laid flat and his arms have been collapsed up to make the front nose of the jet speeder thing, but it does look quite nice. The back becomes the cockpit where the Ember Stone is housed, and all the colors we saw before are showing through here. I do like how the second set of arms do become some sort of landing gear on him to help him stay steady, as if you don't have these folded into the correct place, he will tilt forward even more. But he does look pretty nice. He's quite an organic looking vehicle mode transformer, which is quite nice. The ends do just trail off into the tentacles. So from the back, when you look directly down at the back, you can see the feet and whatnot. So it isn't the greatest view, but it's not too bad. I do like the sort of pointed look to him, because if he's really going to rip through the sky, which does look nice, and the point does have some nice yellowy silver on the front of it. And again, from the back, it is a bit unsightly, but you're probably not going to be looking at it from that point of view. The landing gear is quite thin, so you can bend it, so don't push down on it too hard, otherwise you might break it. And there is some kibble on the underside. You can see his chest and his head exposed right there. But from the top view, it does look quite nice. And if we just open up the cockpit, you can see the Ember Stone right there in the center, almost as if it's the pilot of the jet mode. And just closing it back up to complete the look. The cockpit itself does look quite nice. Got some sort of translucent yellow for the windows. It's just an overall nice looking organic jet mode. For some vehicle mode size comparisons, here he is next to the Rise of the Beast Bumblebee, the Rise of the Beasts Optimus Prime, the Gamer Edition Ratchet, the G1 Commander Class Optimus Prime, the New Age Optimus Prime, the Marvel Legends Sam Wilson Captain America, and finally the Star Wars Black Series Shaq-T. And that's a wrap on our review of the Transformers Age of the Primes Quintus Prime. Definitely one of the more obscure looking Transformers from the 13, but still a cool looking one. Very unique with the color schemes of greens and yellows and translucent colors, and it has some quite good articulation as well. The main issue with this guy would be the gaps on the sides of the arms and maybe the size of the forearms due to the cone of the vehicle mode. But other than that, he's a pretty nice little transformer. But before he swoops in here and uses his Ember Stone to create a new video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up, click the subscribe button if you did enjoy the video. And if you did, why not leave a comment down below what you think of him and which of the 13 primes you think is the best. And until next time, transform and roll out.